Have you ever wondered what it would be like to grow old alone? For many people, this prospect seems scary. We spend most of our lives surrounded by family, friends, and colleagues. But as time goes by, things change. Children grow up and have their own lives, friends die, and social relationships gradually become less frequent. The previously busy days can become strangely quiet. In fact, growing old alone can be one of the most difficult experiences in life. But that doesn't mean you have to live a lonely and boring life. In fact, if you know how to adjust your thinking and build positive habits every day, you can absolutely enjoy old age to the fullest and with meaning. The difference between loneliness and serenity lies not in the circumstances, but in how you choose to live each day. In this article, we will explore 6 important things you should do every day if you want to maintain a happy, healthy, and meaningful life when aging alone. These habits will not only help you stay mentally and physically strong, but also create a sense of connection and happiness. You can't change the past, nor can you completely control your circumstances, but you can decide how you live each day. If you're worried about the future or feel lost, don't be pessimistic. Small changes every day can help you make old age the best time of your life. Let's explore 6 simple but powerful habits that can help you live independently, happily, and always meaningfully even when you are alone. 1. Establish a daily routine. As we age, life is no longer busy with work. Our children have grown up, and our previous responsibilities have gradually become lighter. However, this change can make many seniors feel empty, disoriented, and prone to loneliness and boredom. Therefore, establishing a daily routine is extremely important to bring stability, create motivation, and make life more meaningful. A well-planned day not only helps seniors maintain physical health, but also contributes to keeping their minds sharp, reducing the risk of psychological problems such as anxiety or depression. When there is a specific schedule, each day has a purpose, and small but familiar activities will create a sense of comfort, helping seniors feel in control of their lives. Establishing a daily routine does not mean imposing a rigid schedule, but more importantly, finding activities that suit your interests and health condition. A day can start by waking up at a fixed time, opening the window to let in the sunlight, and doing some light exercises to warm up the body. Then, taking time to have a leisurely breakfast instead of eating hastily will help the spirit to be more comfortable. During the day, planning in advance for small tasks such as taking care of plants, reading, cooking, or chatting with friends will help each person have a goal to aim for. Even simple activities such as taking a walk in the park, taking a small class, or trying a new hobby can bring joy and excitement. In the evening, maintaining relaxing habits such as listening to music, watching movies, writing a diary, or calling children and grandchildren not only helps the elderly feel connected to the world around them, but also helps them sleep better. It has been proven that a healthy habit can make a significant change in the quality of life of the elderly. For example, after retirement, there are people who fall into a state of laziness, do not want to exercise, just stay at home, and feel that life is becoming more and more boring. However, when they proactively rearrange their time, find meaningful things to do every day, their mood becomes more positive, their health improves significantly, and they feel more optimistic about life. The most important thing when establishing a habit is not how many things you can do in a day, but the feeling of satisfaction with each passing moment. When having a stable lifestyle, people will worry less about uncertainties, instead enjoying each day with a happy and peaceful mind. Therefore, instead of letting time pass by indefinitely, each elderly person should proactively build a schedule that suits them to turn old age into a period worth living, full of meaning and joy. 2. Maintain physical activity. Staying physically active is one of the most crucial habits for aging well, especially when growing older alone. Many people make the mistake of slowing down too much as they age, assuming that reduced activity is a natural part of getting older. However, staying active is the closest thing to a fountain of youth, as it not only preserves physical health, but also contributes significantly to mental clarity, emotional well-being, and overall independence. When the body stops moving, it begins to lose muscle mass, flexibility, and energy, which can lead to a decline in mobility and an increased risk of various health issues. The good news is that maintaining physical activity does not require running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Instead, simple and consistent movement every day can make a profound difference in overall well-being. Engaging in activities such as walking, stretching, or even standing up and moving around frequently can enhance circulation, strengthen muscles, and keep joints flexible. The key is to make movement a natural and regular part of daily life, ensuring that everyday tasks like climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, or carrying groceries remain effortless. For example, Eleanor, a retired librarian in her late 70s, found herself becoming less active after retirement. She spent more time sitting, often watching television or reading, and over time, even basic tasks like bending down to pick something up or walking for extended periods started feeling challenging. At first, she attributed this to simply getting older, believing that a decline in strength and energy was inevitable. However, after joining a local walking group and incorporating light stretching into her morning routine, she noticed an immediate difference. Her posture improved, her energy levels increased, and she even started sleeping more soundly at night. This transformation illustrates how even small, manageable physical activities can lead to significant improvements in overall health and well-being. Physical movement should be viewed as a daily necessity rather than an occasional activity. Even those with limited mobility can find ways to stay active, such as chair exercises, water aerobics, or simply standing up and sitting down multiple times in a row. The key is consistency. By making movement a daily habit, the body remains strong, the mind stays sharp, and daily activities become easier to perform. Another major benefit of staying physically active is its positive impact on brain health. Studies have shown that exercise helps reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia by improving blood flow to the brain, reducing stress, and keeping the mind engaged. Physical activity also boosts mood by releasing endorphins, which help combat feelings of loneliness and depression. If someone has been inactive for a long time, the best approach is to start small. A 5-minute walk, a few gentle stretches in the morning, or even light household chores that require standing and moving can be excellent starting points. The important thing is to remain consistent because the more one moves, the easier it becomes. Over time, small daily movements build up, leading to a stronger, healthier, and more energized life. Embracing physical activity as a lifelong habit ensures that aging is not just about getting older, but about staying vibrant, capable, and independent. 3. Stay socially connected. Maintaining social connections is one of the most important aspects of aging well, particularly for those growing older alone. One of the greatest challenges of aging is the gradual loss of social interactions. Friends move away, family members become busy with their own lives, and over time, it becomes easier to spend more time alone. However, isolation is one of the biggest threats to both mental and physical health. Research has shown that chronic loneliness can be as harmful as smoking or obesity, increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. The good news is that loneliness is not an inevitable part of aging. Staying socially engaged is a choice, and developing the habit of regular social interaction can make a significant difference in overall well-being. Even small connections, such as a short phone call, a conversation with a neighbor, or a friendly exchange at the grocery store, can help maintain emotional health. Human connection is a fundamental need, and prioritizing relationships should be just as important as maintaining a healthy diet or staying physically active. For example, Frank, an 80-year-old widower, found himself spending more and more time alone after his wife passed away. He initially told himself that his children were busy, his friends had their own responsibilities, and he did not want to be a burden to others. As months passed, he started feeling increasingly disconnected, and even the simplest tasks felt overwhelming. Everything changed when he decided to take action and reconnect with the world. He started calling an old friend once a week, joined a local senior group, and even signed up for an online chess club. Within a few months, he felt more alive, engaged, and connected than he had in years. His experience highlights the importance of making social interaction a priority, even in small ways. Staying socially engaged does not necessarily require attending large events or joining big gatherings. Meaningful social connections can be built through small daily interactions that provide a sense of belonging. Whether it is sending a text message, inviting a friend for coffee, or participating in a community group, maintaining social ties should be a daily habit. For those who do not have close friends or family nearby, technology has made staying connected easier than ever. Video calls, online forums, and social media allow people to engage with others no matter where they are. Many older adults have found a renewed sense of connection by joining online communities, which provide companionship and shared interests even when physical presence is not possible. The truth is that loneliness is not just about being alone. It is about feeling disconnected. The best way to combat that feeling is to actively engage with others every single day. The more one reaches out, the easier it becomes to build and maintain a network of people who bring joy, conversation, and purpose into life. No matter the circumstances, there are always opportunities to foster meaningful connections. By making the effort to stay socially engaged, aging alone does not have to mean feeling lonely. Instead, it can be a time of deep and rewarding relationships, creating a life filled with companionship, laughter, and a strong sense of belonging. For brain stimulation, keeping the mind stimulated is one of the most effective ways to maintain cognitive function and overall well-being as we age. Many people assume that cognitive decline is an unavoidable part of growing older, but in reality, the brain thrives on stimulation. Just as muscles weaken when they are not used, the brain can lose its sharpness if it is not actively engaged. The good news is that no matter a person's age, they have the power to keep their mind strong, alert, and full of curiosity. Engaging in activities that challenge the brain, introduce new ideas, and maintain a sense of learning and curiosity can significantly improve mental sharpness and overall happiness. Keeping the brain active does not require solving complex puzzles or learning difficult skills. Rather, it is about consistently participating in activities that challenge thinking and encourage mental engagement. Simple habits such as reading, learning a new language, playing strategy games, writing, or even engaging in deep conversations can help keep the brain agile and memory strong. For instance, Janet, a 74-year-old former teacher, found herself watching television all day after retiring. Over time, she noticed that her mind was not as sharp as it used to be. She started forgetting small things, such as where she left her keys or what she planned to buy at the store. Worried about losing her cognitive sharpness, she decided to make a change. She started reading again, completing crossword puzzles each morning, and taking an online Spanish class. Within weeks, she felt a noticeable difference. Her focus improved, she felt more engaged in daily life, and she even had new topics to discuss with others. Her experience demonstrates how actively engaging the brain can lead to improved mental clarity, a stronger memory, and a greater sense of fulfillment. The brain is like a muscle. The more it is used, the stronger it becomes. One of the best ways to keep the mind active is to challenge oneself with new experiences. Learning an instrument, trying a new hobby, or even altering daily routines can force the brain to create new neural connections, keeping it flexible and resilient. This kind of mental engagement does not only help maintain sharp thinking, but also helps prevent boredom and feelings of depression. When people are learning, creating, or solving problems, they experience a sense of accomplishment. That feeling of progress, no matter how small, gives them a reason to look forward to each day. Additionally, keeping the brain stimulated has been shown to reduce the risk of cognitive decline and diseases such as dementia. Studies indicate that people who consistently challenge their minds have a lower risk of developing memory-related conditions. Activities that require problem-solving, such as playing chess, writing, or even engaging in thoughtful discussions, help strengthen the brain's ability to process information and retain memory. By making mental engagement a daily habit, aging individuals can maintain cognitive function boost their mood, and enhance their overall quality of life. The key is to consistently seek out activities that challenge the brain, encourage curiosity, and provide a sense of mental stimulation. With regular effort, anyone can keep their mind sharp and engaged, ensuring that growing older remains a period of learning, discovery, and fulfillment. 5. Practice gratitude and reflection. Practicing gratitude and reflection is one of the most powerful ways to maintain a sense of peace, fulfillment, and happiness as we age. It is easy to focus on what has been lost, people, opportunities, youth, or even health, but shifting the focus to what remains can completely transform one's mindset. Gratitude is not about ignoring life's challenges. Rather, it is about choosing to recognize and appreciate the good that still exists, even in difficult times. Taking a few moments each day to reflect on positive aspects of life can significantly improve mental well-being, reduce stress, and even contribute to better physical health. Studies have shown that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of depression and anxiety, sleep better, and feel a greater sense of purpose in their daily lives. Best of all, practicing gratitude is free, easy, and requires only a few minutes each day. George, a 79-year-old retired firefighter, experienced the transformative power of gratitude firsthand. After losing his wife, he found himself dwelling on loneliness, replaying memories of the past, and feeling as though life had lost its meaning. However, everything changed when he decided to keep a gratitude journal. Every morning, he wrote down 3 things he was thankful for. Sometimes they were big things like hearing the laughter of his grandchildren, and other times they were small moments like enjoying a warm cup of coffee. Over time, his perspective shifted. Although he still missed his wife, he began focusing on the blessings in his life rather than the losses. This simple practice helped him rediscover joy and purpose, proving that gratitude can be a powerful tool for emotional resilience. Reflection is just as important as gratitude. Taking time each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and process thoughts allows individuals to feel more centered and at peace. Whether through prayer, meditation, journaling, or simply sitting outside and appreciating nature, daily reflection helps clear the mind, reduce stress, and bring clarity to one's emotions. Many people go through life without truly processing their experiences, allowing negative emotions to build up over time. However, setting aside time for reflection creates space for self-awareness and personal growth. It helps individuals understand their emotions, recognize patterns in their thoughts, and make intentional decisions about how they want to live each day. For those who have never practiced gratitude before, starting small is key. Each morning or evening, simply taking a moment to think about 3 things that brought joy that day can make a significant difference. It could be a favorite song, a delicious meal, or a kind word from a stranger. The more the mind is trained to focus on the good, the easier it becomes to find happiness in everyday life. While challenges will always exist, happiness is not determined by circumstances, but by how one chooses to respond to them. By making gratitude and reflection a daily habit, individuals can cultivate a sense of inner peace, appreciate the present moment, and find fulfillment in the simple joys of life. Even in solitude, practicing gratitude ensures that no one is ever truly alone. 6. Helping others is one of the most fulfilling and meaningful ways to stay engaged in life, especially as we age. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, create a sense of purpose, strengthen social connections, and improve overall well-being. Scientific studies have shown that giving to others stimulates the brain's reward centers, leading to increased happiness, reduced stress, and even improved physical health. Volunteering, mentoring, or simply offering a helping hand to someone in need can boost self-esteem and create a deep sense of fulfillment. Many people believe that helping others primarily benefits the recipients, but in reality, the giver often experiences just as many, if not more, benefits. Giving back provides a sense of usefulness, combats loneliness, and enhances emotional resilience, making it a powerful tool for maintaining a high quality of life as we age. Take Margaret, for example, a retired teacher who struggled with feelings of isolation after leaving her career. She missed the daily interactions with students and colleagues and felt as though she had lost her purpose. However, instead of withdrawing, she decided to tutor children in her community who were struggling with reading. At first, she simply wanted to keep herself occupied, but soon she realized that helping others brought her immense joy. Seeing the children improve and gain confidence gave her a renewed sense of meaning, and she felt more connected to her community than ever before. Her experience highlights an important truth. When we help others, we also help ourselves. One of the most beautiful aspects of helping others is that it does not require wealth, physical strength, or even a large time commitment. A simple phone call to check on a friend, running an errand for a neighbor, or listening to someone who needs to talk can make a significant impact. Even small gestures, like smiling at a stranger or offering words of encouragement, can brighten someone's day and create a ripple effect of positivity. Helping others does not have to be formal or structured. Any act of kindness, no matter how small, has value. For those who have the time and ability, volunteering at local organizations can be an excellent way to give back. Charities, hospitals, food banks, and community centers always need help, and they welcome individuals who are willing to contribute their time and skills. Some older adults choose to mentor younger generations, sharing their knowledge and life experience to guide and inspire those who are just starting their journey. Others find joy in supporting causes they are passionate about, such as environmental conservation, animal welfare, or social justice. The opportunities to help others are endless, and each act of kindness contributes to a stronger, more compassionate society. At the heart of helping others is the realization that we are all connected. No one exists in isolation, and acts of kindness create bonds that strengthen communities and enrich lives. The simple act of giving reminds us that we have something valuable to offer, no matter our age or circumstances. By making kindness a daily habit, we not only bring joy to others, but also cultivate a life filled with meaning, connection, and happiness. One of the important lessons from the passage is the power of kindness and human connection. When we help others, we not only bring joy and support to them, but we also nourish our own spirit and soul. As we age, many people may feel lonely or lose meaning in life, but in reality, we still have a lot of valuable things to give, experience, care, and love. A small act, such as listening, encouraging, or helping someone in need, can make a big impact. In addition, participating in charity activities, mentoring the younger generation, or simply spending time connecting with loved ones helps us maintain our sanity, reduce stress, and live more joyfully. Life becomes meaningful not because of how much we receive, but because of what we give. By doing good things every day, we not only help society, but also give ourselves a more fulfilling and happier life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.